All right, Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory due to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Ruhar Kakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, and peace and salutations to the hopeful elect out there toiling in His truth. I'm Bathaka Moth Jim as Dallas. I'm just coming back at you with a really quick hit lesson. I'm going to entitle this one simply, "The People in the Land Are Not Israelites." The people in the land today are not Israelites, man. You know what I'm saying? They don't line up with any of the prophecies. They're not fulfilling any of the Israelites that are written, and that the scriptures say and the prophecies say that Israelites will be doing things that would happen to them. They haven't fulfilled any of those things, but they do fulfill what the scriptures say the Edomites would do or would be doing. You know what I'm saying? Because that's who they are, man. At the end of the day. You know what I'm saying? So just real quick and make this pretty quick. We're just going to get to the point, make, quick hit, make the points, get in, get out. And hopefully this is edifying to the hopeful elect, which I hope to be a part of. Abrat Sabab Kasha. So without any further ado, like I said, they don't line up with any of the prophecies that would say that they're Israel, but they do line up with the prophecies that say that they're Esau, Edomites, Edom. So real quick, let's just get to the point. Let's go to Ezekiel, the 36th chapter, and let's just prove it. We're going to get to the point, jump down to verse 5, and it reads, this is Ezekiel 36 and 5, it reads, "Therefore thus said the Lord power, Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, surely in the fire of my jealousy have I spoken against the residue of the heathen." So he's talking to the heathen right here. You know what I'm saying? So understand that. Keep that in mind as we read the rest of this verse right here, this scripture, this prophecy. It says, so he's speaking against the residue of the heathen and against all Idumea. Hello. Idumea is a Greek term for Edom. Edom in the Greek is Idumea. You know what I'm saying? So he's talking to Esau right here, the Edomites, which we know today are the so-called self-proclaimed white man, woman, and child. They're the true biblical red Hebrew Edomites. It says, so he's speaking against the residue of the heathen and against all Idumea. Heathen. Because there's other heathen nations over there and occupying the land, and they're all over there fighting over land that doesn't belong to any of them. So it says, "Which have appointed my land into their possession," there it is, "with the joy of all their heart, with despiteful minds to cast it out for a prey." And they're over there, like I said, fighting over land that doesn't belong to any of them. Those fake Palestinians. You know what I'm saying? The true Palestinians are Ham, man, Hamites. Goes back to them Philistines, them Philistines. Hamites, Africans, to give it to you in layman's terms today, so you can understand. Because of course Esau changed all of the names of these nations and different things, the lands and everything. You know what I'm saying? Removed landmarks. This dude did a whole lot of nonsense, man. It's a whole lot of BS. You know what I'm saying? That's why all of the confusion is in the earth in these times, man. But it says, so clear-cut sign right here. This is a clear-cut prophecy that they do not line up as Israelites, but as heathen, Edomites, Idumeans. Ezekiel 36 and 5. "Therefore, thus saith the Lord God, surely in the fire of my jealousy have I spoken against the residue of the heathen and against all Idumea," the Edomites, man, "which have appointed my land into their possession." Who has the land today? Those JOOs, man. You know what I'm saying? That's calling themselves the people of the Lord. That they ain't lining up with this, right? They're lining up with this perfectly, because these people right here that we're reading about, Idumeans, "which have appointed my land into their possession with the joy of all their heart, with the spiteful minds to cast it out for a prey." And over there fighting again over land doesn't belong to any of them. You know what I'm saying? And as a matter of fact, one of the key, let me go up to verse 2 real quick, because it's one of the things that proves that these people, again, in these times, man. They say this to this very day. Ezekiel 36 and 2. "Thus saith the Lord God, Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, because the enemy hath said against you, aha." Aha. And he, as a matter of fact, it reminds me of Eddie Murphy. He plays a character in those Coming to America movies, 1 and 2, as a matter of fact. and he plays a J double O. You know what I'm saying? And that's one of the things that he does. Aha! So this is one of the things that they do to this very day, which proves who it's talking about, man. It says, even the ancient high places are ours in possession. So they've taken everything of the Israelites and taken it into their possession, and they're claiming it to be theirs, man, which is not, man. You know what I'm saying? The land, nothing is theirs, man. You know what I'm saying? So this is one of those key scriptures that proves who they are, man. You know what I'm saying? So they're not lining up with the prophecies of the Israelites, but they're fulfilling the prophecies which say they are the biblical Edomites, man. You know what I'm saying? So real quick, let's go to Isaiah, the 14th chapter, and we're gonna read the first 3 verses, because here's another prophecy that they do not fulfill, man. You know what I'm saying? This is Isaiah 14 and verse 1, and it reads, "For the Lord Yahweh Shai will have mercy on Jacob, and will yet choose Israel, and set them in their own land." And they're claiming to be Israel, man. You know what I'm saying? Jacob. So if that were the case, the Lord would have put them in the land, man. You know what I'm saying? They got put in the land by way of the Balfour Declaration of 1948, man. That's why we call them the 48ers, man. That's when they got in. And then, of course, Israel became a state. You know what I'm saying? There's no Israeli state, and there ain't no Israelis. It's none of that is in the scriptures, man. That's nowhere in the Bible. So it doesn't line up, man. They don't line up with this that we're reading. The Most High said he was going to put his people back in the land, and he didn't say he was going to put Judah in the land, or I guess they claim to be the Southern Kingdom, which is odd, because out of the 2 kingdoms, you're going to claim to be the Negroid tribes. If they had any smarts about them, they would have tried to pull off the Northern Kingdom. You know what I'm saying? None of it was going to work, but that was like definitely, like, you know what I'm saying? That's through that you're going to try to pull off and claim to be the Southern Kingdom, the Negroid tribes, and there's nowhere in the scriptures where he said he was going to put Judah, Benjamin, and Levi in the land. No, he's going to put the whole nation back in the land, all 12 tribes. You know what I'm saying? So the question to them is, where are the other tribes at? You know what I'm saying? And again, they may just be claiming to be Judah. I know at one point I thought they were claiming to be the Southern Kingdom, Judah, Benjamin, and Levi. I heard like Levi, but a lot you're hearing just Judah in these times. You're just hearing Judah, 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 Judah. So where are the other 11 tribes, man? You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Where the rest of them? So, and if you are claiming to be the Southern Kingdom, Judah, Benjamin, and Levi, then where are the other 9 tribes? Where are the other tribes at, man? So these are things that they're not lining up with. So it says, Isaiah 14 and 1, "For the Lord will have mercy on Jacob, and will yet choose Israel, and set them in their own land. And the strangers shall be joined with them," there it is, "and they shall cleave to the house of Jacob." The strangers represent the foreigners, man. So that's all. It's not partial. That's all of them, man. It says, "And the people shall take them and bring them to their place, and the house of Israel shall possess them in the land of the Lord for servants and handmaids. And they shall take them captives, whose captives they were, and they shall rule over their oppressors." Now, who have they taken captive, and who had them captive? But it doesn't line up. They haven't been in captivity, and they have taken no one captive. So they're not lining up with what we're reading right here, man. They don't have servants and handmaids. No one is serving them. So they're not lining up with this. Verse 3, it says, "And it shall come to pass in the day that the Lord shall give thee rest from thy sorrow, and from thy fear, and from the hard bondage wherein thou wast made to serve." What hard bondage did they serve? You know what I'm saying? What sorrows do they have? They don't have no sorrow. They're over there controlling everything. The media, everything. They're controlling everything, man. You know what I'm saying? The welfare babies, They get billions of dollars a year from America, welfare babies, man. You know what I'm saying? So what rest do they need? What sorrows do they have? You know, what hard bondage did they go through? It's not talking to them, man. You know what I'm saying? It's talking to the Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans who actually did go in hardcore bondage, slavery. They became those that oppressed nation under these, up under all these nations. It's primarily these Edomites, man. You know what I'm saying? So they're going to need that rest, and they're going to receive that rest. But that's who it's talking about. These people don't line up with any of this, man. You know what I'm saying? So real quick, let's jump over to Jeremiah 32 real quick, because the Lord said that they're supposed to dwell safely. The scriptures say, rather, which is the Lord. This is Jeremiah 32 and verse 37. It says, "Behold, I will gather them out of all countries whither I have driven them in mine anger and in my fury and in great wrath." So it says, "And I will bring them again to this place, and I will cause them to dwell safely." First of all, they weren't gathered out of all countries among all people. You know what I'm saying? That didn't happen with them. It says, "And I will bring them unto this place," which didn't happen. The Lord didn't bring them. We proved that a while ago. When it says the Lord was going to put them back in the Israelites back in the land. When Yahushua returns, He's going to beam up the elect and actually take them and set them physically in the land, man. You know what I'm saying? But these people got there by way of a Balfour Declaration, man. You know what I'm saying? It's not the Lord setting them in back in their place. "And I will cause them to dwell safely." These people are not dwelling safely, man. They're not dwelling safely. You know what I'm saying? You got bro, it's people jumping out from behind cars, scaring the shit out of them. You know what I'm saying? Which the scripture's going there, which I'm going to get it, that they're not supposed to have any more fear. You know what I'm saying? And you got people jumping out from behind cars and different things, scaring the hell out of them. You got people robbing them, holding them up, sticking them up, beating them up. There's no safety. They're not dwelling safely, So farce and a lie, man. They don't line up with this, man. And there's another one in Ezekiel. Let's get that one real quick. 34, I think. 34 and 28. This is Ezekiel 34 and 28. And they shall no more be a prey to the heathen. Not lining up. "Neither shall the beast of the land devour them, but they shall dwell safely, and none shall make them afraid." And I just make the point of how people are jumping out from behind cars and scaring the shit out of them. They're not walking around freely without fear. They have fears, man. Right now they're in fear over there. It just got bombed by Iran. When the scriptures say there ain't gonna be no more war. You know what I'm saying? It's constant fighting from the very first day they got in the land. Those Egyptians shot missiles on them, man. You know what I'm saying? So there's been war ever since they got over there, man. And that's why that second, I believe is the second president of Egypt, Abdul Nasser, something like that. Gabal Abdul Nasser, something like that, made a live, he was doing live TV, and made a statement and said that you'll never be accepted here, because you left here black and you came back white, roughly paraphrasing, what he quoted, what he said, and you can pull these things up, you can pull these quotes up, and you can still find them. You got to probably do a little, searching, but you can find it, and we got all, like screenshots and different stuff of these different things. But, for time's, sake factor, I didn't want to make this too long. So, but the Lord said they were going to dwell safely and wasn't going to be afraid. And they're not lining up with this, man. You know what I'm saying? So, hey, got to check off the boxes like the the brother Yohan says, man. You know, if it ain't lining up, then, you know what I'm saying? Well, then what? Yeah. So anyway, let's keep it moving, man. You know, as a matter of fact, the scriptures say that when the rightful people got put back in the land, it's not going to be any more war. You know, well, when you read in Isaiah, the 2nd chapter and verse 4, and you can also read it in Micah, the 4th chapter and verse 3, it speaks of, you know, they ain't going to learn war no more, you know, because they're going to, well, it's going to go into it. I'm going to let it break it down. This is Isaiah 2 and 4. And it reads, and he shall judge among the nations and shall rebuke many people, going into Yahweh Shai, going into the kingdom of heaven, and they shall beat their swords into plowshares. Sword is a weapon. It's going to get turned into an agricultural product. And their spears into pruning hooks. Another weapon that's going to get turned into an agricultural product. You know, because it's going to be farming and tilling the land, man. Ain't going to be no fighting and wars. We're going to be in the kingdom of heaven, man. And it says, nation shall not lift up sword against nation, neither shall they learn war anymore. Boom. So it's not going to be any more wars when the actual people are in the land, back in the land. So that proves another strike against them, man. You know, that they're not lining up with, you know, with the biblical Israelites. You know what I'm saying? You know, so, and again, they've been getting war time they got in the land, man. Missiles got shot on them. So war started time they got in the land, you know, all the way up into today. And of course, right now, we got the ultimate war, Armageddon. I'm a God one. World War III is upon us, man. So how are they the people, man? They're not dwelling safely. War is still happening. You know, come on, man. You know, they didn't get put over there how the scriptures say they were going to get put over there. They're not dwelling safely. Come on, nothing. They're not lining up with anything that the scriptures say that the true biblical Israelites would, the prophecies that line up, that they would line up with. These people are not lining up with these things, man. You know what I'm saying? As a matter of fact, the scriptures speak of the weapons being destroyed, man. You know, when those people get placed back in the land. So let's get that real quick. This is Ezekiel chapter 39. And verse 9, and it reads, and they that dwell in the cities of Israel shall go forth and shall set on fire and burn the weapons, both the shields and the bucklers and the bows and the arrows, you know, going into those missiles, all of those things, those silos, everything's going to get destroyed, man. And the handstaves and the spears, and they shall burn them with fire 7 years. You know, and of course, 7 is completion. So however long it takes to destroy all these the weapons of this devil, which was his blessing, man, the sword, you know, pursuant to Genesis, the 27th chapter and verse 40, you know. So all the weapons are going to get burned up, man. You know what I'm saying? So again, it's not lining up. You know, and I watched this dude on YouTube from the UK, and you know, the brothers in the know, they'll know. But you know, he always says, "Bruh, it's not looking good, bruh. It's not looking good." You know, so it's not looking good for these devils, man. You know, they're through. You know, but I got one final thing I want to make. You know, just to solidify everything. Let's see, it might be going on. Let me figure Esau would, you know, look at these devils, man. So let me see. Let's get it right here. Yeah, this is a screenshot. I was going to try to go to the actual video, but I figured that was going to happen, so I screenshotted it just in case. So, and I'm glad I did. But right here, you see on the screen, this is a screenshot of, as it says, TEOTW Ministries. And the guy on the screen, I don't know the guy, you know what I'm saying, but you can read the title. I'm not gonna quote this. I'm not gonna read. I'm not gonna do anything. I'm just gonna put it on the screen so you can read it. And if you want to look this stuff up, because there's the information on the screen, you can look this stuff up. This is another very damaging piece of information that's very damaging to these people, proving that they're not who they claim to be, man. So you can read it on the screen, you know. and you can write that down or whatever. Go try to look it up, find it or whatever, so you can read it for yourself, man. So this proves again who they are, man, and they're not the people of the Bible, man. You know what I'm saying? Very damaging, man. So they're not lining up with anything. You know what I'm saying? Not looking good, bruv. It's not looking good. So hey, they're done at the end of the day. So, the people in the land again today are not Israelites. So with that being said, hopefully this was edifying to the hopeful elect, giving all praise and honor and glory due to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Yahweh Kakwadash, double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, and peace and blessings to the elect, the house of David, the Bayath, Shal Dawadah, Shalom.